I myself was born, as I say, as an oppressed Hungarian minority in Romania. And when we moved to Hungary, for me, this freedom was really important. And these people was fought by other people, so I think it's my take to fight it for the others. With Amnesty, we started to appear on the Pride in Budapest in 2009. Then it was rather scary because in previous years there were people actually throwing eggs from the buildings next to the main road. Some of the eggs were they had acid injected in it. There was also this cockstone, is it called, that it was actually bloody at some parts. And then in 2009 was the first time we actually started to gather some activists, LGBT activists, who then formed the group. And then 2010-11, the Budapest Pride was banned, which is very surprising in a democracy. And then in 2012 it was banned again, so it's again very surprising, but both times the court overruled it, which was good. It was actually the police who prohibited it, typically referring to the traffic confusion it would cause, but then luckily the court very fastly overruled it. But it was definitely rather concerning. Why would you want to deny people's right to freedom of assembly and freedom of expression? It seemed that solely on the ground of being, party to a sexual minority or gender identity being different. And this year we still have to analyze how it went. From inside it was okay, but I encountered some quite problematic parts at the beginning where the police did not seem to be controlling it that much, but we'll still have to analyze it. If the barricade was just next to the marchers, then counter-demonstrators would be too close. It would be maybe even more dangerous because they would actually see their enemies or the people who make them angry. So they usually close down the second streets. Actually, this is now one of our strategic aims to achieve, that one day you can actually exercise your freedom of expression, no matter if you are LGBTI or if you are heterosexual, because marching with the whole city being hermetically closed down like in a vacuum, it's not exactly freedom, but I can agree if these are the steps we need to take. It's interesting because you can see the counter-demonstrators outside chanting typical homophobic sentences, and then you see people from the buildings, and for some reason you don't see anti-people from the windows, but all of them waving, and then the whole crowd waves, and really you feel like in kindergarten, but there's so much joy, and I think this is what should be actually in everyday life.